Okay, we're going to be doing our video role play exercise for week number 4, and the topic is going to be each of us describing our current living space while only asking questions that are fact-finding questions. And we're going to start now, and I'm going to be asking you the questions first. How long have you lived here?
Almost a year.
Okay. Where is your home located?
In Kaiser, Oregon.
How old are you now?
31.
Where do you work?
At Forest Ridge Apartments.
And what do you do there?
I'm their bookkeeper, and then I do some leasing.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Dallas, Oregon.
Okay. How long have you been at your current job?
In September, it'll be a year.
For how long do you plan on remaining at your current home?
At least October, November.
And how long do you plan on staying at your current job?
Only less than a month.
And why is that?
Because I'm pregnant.
Very good.
Okay.
And now she's going to ask me the questions.
So how long have you lived here?
It's been a little over a year now,
Really?
hasn't it?
I can't remember. I think so.
No, it's going on a year.
I think it's about a year. Where is your home located?
This is in Kaiser, Oregon, Willamette Valley.
And how old are you?
I'm 34 years old, just turned recently.
Where do you work?
I work at Oregon Department of Veterans Affairs.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Hackensack, New Jersey.
How long have you been at your current job?
Been at my current job a year on August 1st, so just about a year.
And how long do you plan on remaining at your current home?
Living here, I'd say probably no later than the new year, 2015.
And how long at your current job?
Well, if things go well, I could be at ODVA for a long time. I don't know if in the current position. Hopefully I will promote. So we used the same questions for each of us. Now we want to reflect on the questions. So we are using only So the exercise was to use only fact-finding questions, and through doing this lab manual for this week, I think what I found is that you have to have a good balance between fact-finding questions in your session and engagement questions, and kind of with the emphasis on the engagement questions, because on reflecting on what it was like to come up with these questions, because I came up with them all, it was hard to continue coming up with fact-finding questions that were relevant to describing your current living situation. Because I went into work, I went to where'd you grow up. Some of that stuff is not really relevant, and I think why I came up with those questions is because I'm looking at it like, if the answer is going to be very expansive and you're going to go into a long spiel with your answer, then that's more of an engagement question than a fact-finding question. So basically, to answer what was it like coming up with the fact-finding questions, it was difficult. It was difficult to come up with the questions and still stay relevant to you describing your current living situation. So what did you think it was like? How would you describe the experience of answering just fact-finding questions?
It was straight and to the point, but if they were all like that, it would be kind of awkward, I think.
All right, because even when I was coming up with the questions, I was looking at like a great question and somebody wanting to describe their living situation is just saying, how would you describe your home? You know, tell me about the furniture. Tell me about the color scheme. Any of those questions to me seem more like an engagement question, which you would go on and you would have a more in-depth answer, which also seemed like it would be more appropriate because it's such a limited interview when you're just using fact-finding questions. And then the pace seems a little bit robotic, a little bit redundant. You know, it's so short and to the point. When you're not expanding, it seems like you really can't connect to the person or to the issue. What did you think the flow of the interview is with just using fact-finding questions?
It's quick.
It's quick. And you can't really expand, so you can't really
Mm-hmm.
get a good image of, you can't really get a good description of the person's home situation. It just seems like you're getting the very surface information, the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've conducted the role play from both ends, and both had some pretty good feedback with why going forward in counseling sessions, it's very important to include engagement and not just fact